Man United 0, Manchester City 2. We've gone crashing out of the Carabao Cup again to Man City and at the semi-final stage. That's 4 semi-finals now bottled in a row consecutively. Disappointing, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna do that whole Carabao Cup shit anyway. Don't care about it. All that matters is the league. Nah. We gotta get real. There might be some of you at home that do think that, but for me, like I've been saying over the last couple of days, I want it all, and I want us to be able to show progress in all areas. And we have shown progress in the league. Let's leave that where it is. I'll talk about that in a bit. But today I just think was disappointing because it was the chance, like Ollie said, they want the silverware, the players are hungry. And he said as well, very, very clearly, there is no excuses. So he set the stall out early, picked a very, very strong team as you'd expect. Didn't include Eric Bailly, which I'll talk about what I think about that. And we just got outdone. We just got outdone by the better team today. We really did. We didn't really have an answer for them. I thought the first half, I actually thought was fairly even in stages. Although City were in control for large parts, they're going to have a lot of the ball. They had a couple of offside goals. De Bruyne hit the post. We got a goal disallowed. Bruno shot, looking a bit like lively on the counter attack. But we were so deep. At the beginning, I didn't really want to make the Eric Bailly thing a thing. Do you know what I'm saying? At the beginning, I was kind of like, look, we want Eric Bailly to play every single game, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So I didn't want to go overcritical before the game. Before the game, hear me out. Because if Ollie is managing him like that, playing 4 games in a row or 5 games in a row, whatever it would have been for Eric, he might have looked at that and gone, that's 1 game too many right now. As much as I would have loved him to start this game. So before the game, I wasn't trying to go off. I was trying to look at the positive and be like, look, Ollie's probably resting him because that's what's best for Eric. And you just look at the type of goal that we conceded and in general where we were positioned as a back line. And I think it's fair to say it's not, you don't have to go mad about it, but I noticed that we just weren't as high up the pitch. Eric Bailly just gives us that vibe and that ability to just play 10 to 15 yards higher up, just in general. And we didn't see that today. I think in midfield we were poor. I think we struggled with Man City's rotation. You had Sterling going out from the right-hand side into the false 9. Then you had Mahrez going from the right-hand side into the false 9. Then you had De Bruyne picking up areas as a second striker as well. Their rotation was just City in their element. They've done the same thing to Chelsea, and I don't think we got battered how Chelsea did. Of course not, and you could say it's only 1 goal off, but it wasn't as bad as performance as that. But I think it was a similar theme in terms of we didn't have an answer. And what I will say is, look, it happens all the time when we lose. It happens all the time when we lose, no matter what run we're on. It will be, this is why Ollie's this is why Ollie's that. Get him out, rare. I don't want to entertain any of that. But underneath all of that sensationalist stuff of the immediate reaction of this is like, if you're one of them people who were just waiting for the next loss to be able to say it, skim back that. And I think it's important that we try to look at Ollie and some of the decisions he makes. And what I was disappointed with Ollie today was the lack of being able to influence the game earlier from a tactical point of view. Now, some of you who are Ollie out or whatever may say, Flex, why are you surprised? Ollie never does this, Ollie never does that. But what he could have done today was when it wasn't working or he could see it wasn't working, was change something, even within the personnel or even an instruction. Basically, Bruno, don't go chasing after it by yourself with the press. Everyone just retreat. Let's try and look after the ball for 5 minutes. Or actually, guys, Bruno's the only one pressing, so let's all go with him. Let's play 10 yards higher up. Do you know what I'm saying? And maybe it is to do with the Lindelof and it is to do with the Lindelof and Maguire partnership. I can say that now after watching the game. I don't like to just go in at things before I've seen it happen, because if we win today with that centre-back partnership, no one's saying it. Do you know what I'm saying? But I like to wait for the evidence and kind of just look at it like that. So for me, I didn't like that. I didn't like that from Ollie. And again, Ollie with the substitutions as well. That was really bad. That was. I don't understand. We could make up to 5 substitutions, and he waited so long to make the first substitution. I don't know how Matic didn't get on the pitch earlier. I don't know how Van der Beek, should be phoning his agent or going to HR, whatever, and saying, what's the complaints procedure? How do I make a complaint, a formal complaint, written complaint? Because Ollie took the piss out of him. 2-0 down, you bring your man on for 4 minutes. Come on, man. Disrespecting the guy. And I know that I'm not saying, oh, it's a disgrace he didn't start, or, you know, he should be starting every game. But while we're not playing very well and the game is there to be changed, to wait until we're dead and buried out the game and then send out Donny for for 4 minutes, that pissed me off. Didn't mean to swear. I don't normally do that. But it frustrated me because I just thought, what an insult. Like, what are you trying to prove? And when I look at what Ollie's press conference, when he was saying that, you know, some players need an extra year. You look at Freddie, needed a year, etc., to settle down. Donny will be ready for next year. I kind of thought, like, okay, so you're saying you don't think man's ready. You don't think he's ready. You look at him in training and you're not buying it, you know. But look, the team's been playing well, so I understand why he's not been starting all the time. But where there's been loads of games within a short space of time, for him to get as limited game time as he got, and then as he's been getting, and then get chucked on for 4 minutes at the end when we're 2-0 down, I think that's a piss take, me personally. I don't know what you guys think. Drop your comments in the boxes. Let me know what you lot think about that. I thought Fred and McTominay as a pairing in there, normally, obviously, they do all right, but they just got outdone. They weren't at it. Rashford couldn't get him into the game at all. I thought Pogba tried today. I thought he did okay, but he wasn't good. He wasn't great. Do you know what I mean? Collectively, we were just really poor. Martial tried. He looked after the ball quite well in the first half. I'll give him that. Second half kind of faded, went down for a penalty easily. That was a dive. Probably could have got a yellow card for that. And Bruno went at it. Bruno was trying some nuts things today. Let's just call a spade, as they say. Let's just say it as it is. Bruno was trying some mad things today. He got into some great positions where the final ball wasn't quite there. And look, I know Mark says that he's exempt from criticism. Listen, this is Man United Football Club. No player is exempt from criticism. Yeah, you don't go over the top, but if they have a bad performance, I don't care who you are. I can say you had a bad performance. I don't care what you're doing for the team. I can say you should have done better in the past. You should have done better in transition. You should have done better in the tackle. You should have. And for me, the icing on the cake was when Bruno tried that 40-yard shot, when it was like all you have to do is keep the ball moving. We're chasing the game. I was literally like, what are you doing? Do you know what I mean? So that frustrated me. But listen, Bruno will always try. He will always try and make things happen. I get that. But sometimes it can be to the detriment of an attack. Not to the team, because he always tries things, but it can be of a detriment to an attack. And I don't think he was at it today. The goal that we conceded, though, because this is the most annoying thing. The 2 goals that we conceded were both shit goals to concede. And yes, we got outplayed and there was a lack of urgency from Ollie to try and change it. But when you look at the goals you concede, it could have been so avoidable. It could have been so avoidable. Harry Maguire, like, he lets the ball go across him, didn't deal with it. Lindelof, I'm going to keep this consistent, have the same energy for all of them involved. Lindelof kind of flings out a leg half-heartedly, not good enough. And Luke Shaw's part of it. I know a lot of people didn't want to give him any of the criticism for it, because I think he did have a good game. He was making run after run, but his part in that goal was there. I think between the 3 of those players, Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof and Luke Shaw, they need to be held accountable. Luke Shaw starts off marking John Stones and kind of just lets him just drift, do you know what I mean, into no man's land where nobody's got him. And then Harry Maguire hasn't got a clue. He's just fixated on the ball, so he should just clear the ball. So that's his mistake. Luke Shaw should be going with Stones, not just pass him on. Take accountability. There was no accountability. And being 1-0 down, especially to a goal like that, against a team like City who are starting to hit their groove, we were asking for trouble. And I just had that feeling that it just didn't look like we were going to score today. It didn't look like we was going to score. So it's disappointing. We move on. We've got to move on. I think if the league form wasn't as good as it is, and we still got that Burnley game there where we've got to get that 3 points and hopefully, fingers crossed, go into the Anfield game 3 points ahead. I think that is interesting, because that gives us something to basically to have right now. Because I think if this happened at any other time in that manner, everyone's losing their heads. Everyone's SOLSJKAER out, all of this stuff. But in the context of what it is and where we are right now, it's a crazy season. There's going to be ups and downs. We're not going to win every game. I understand that, but I'm more disappointed with the manner of the loss and how we approached the game from being in a good moment. That pissed me off. It did. And also now as well, the FA Cup, because a lot of people were saying they didn't really care about the Carabao Cup. Some people did. I say not a lot. I know some fans are saying, the Watford game, don't really care, play whoever, because it's all about the Burnley game. But it's going to be interesting because now we're at the Carabao Cup and didn't get to that final. Ollie's not going to want to take the FA Cup lightly. You know, of course he will make changes, but he's not going to take that game lightly. And we want to win. You know what I mean? We don't want to lose to Watford on the weekend. We want to go through to the next round. I think it's Watford who, to be fair, they're probably thinking they're focused on their main priority is going up. They may make a few changes. I don't know, but we can't write off people. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't write off. You can't just think it's Watford. It's going to be an easy game. But we need to show a bounce back from today and show that today was just a hiccup. And I know you can't judge it if we beat Watford and keep a clean sheet. It's not good enough. You can't just say like, oh, I see, the City was just a blip. We're back. I get it. Depending on where we are after the Liverpool game is going to be a real gauge of where we're at. Do you know what I mean? But I think it's fair to say that we have enough to beat Watford. We should be beating Watford. I get that. With the two teams and the money spent on the squads, we should expect to win that game or have confidence in winning that game, not expect to. So for me, we got to bounce back against Watford, get some positivity going again, and then it's all about Burnley, man. It is all about that Burnley game. I'm not going to lie, because that game, Burnley's always a potential banana skin anyway. We've done all right there in the last couple of years, to be fair. I think it was Boxing Day, not last year, the year before. We've done really well. We've got to win. We have to win. But one thing I will say is, even if we do win against Burnley, we can't go to the Anfield playing how we just played. Do you know what I mean? I think it was really naive from Ollie today, and naive from the side as well. So listen, don't hit the panic button. Don't go crazy. You can lose to City on any day. Don't get me wrong. The manner of the defeat wasn't great, but City were just a cut above. And you know what? It's a wake-up call of the level that's going to be required, because they're a title rival as well. If we're going to say that we're in for this title, City win both of their games in hand. I think they're a point or two behind us. I think it's a point. So they're on it now, and they're starting to hit form. So let's see where we go with that. Man of the match, I don't really like doing it when we lose. I'll probably say, I don't even know. Luke Shaw, I think he played well. Other than that, forget that. I'm not doing man of the match, man. We lost 2-0. Roll on, guys. Roll on Saturday. We go again. FA Cup.